You know, there's a sound that you never forget once it crawls into your bones. It isn't the whistle. It isn't the rumble. It's the moment between. The pause before steel moves. And I heard it for the first time when I was 9 years old. And I've been waiting for it ever since. Trains started coming through our town at 3:17 a.m. Every night, no exceptions, no schedule, and no one could ever prove that they were real. The town of Ashgrove wasn't on any active rail line, at least not anymore. The tracks were abandoned in 1984 after the coal plant shut down. The line officially terminated 12 miles north. It just rusted into the weeds. You can still find the map records if you dig deep enough into county archives. The paper doesn't explain what wakes you up at 3:17 a.m. The first night I heard it, I thought it was thunder. Low, rolling, mechanical. You see, thunder doesn't repeat in rhythmic intervals. Thunder doesn't hum like it's dragging weight. My bedroom window faced the old trestle bridge. The bridge that hadn't seen a locomotive in decades. And yet, I saw light. A sweep of pale yellow, moving. The next morning, I asked my father if trains were running again. And he looked at me for a long, long moment. Then he said something I didn't understand at the time. Baby girl, there hasn't been a train here since before you were born. The sound came back the next night, exactly 3:17 a.m. I stayed awake to be sure. I even counted the seconds. I watched digital clock blip. 3:16, 3:17, and then it passed through our town. Through the bridge, through the earth. But in the morning, the tracks were still covered in rust. No fresh markings, no disturbed gravel, nothing. And when I told Mrs. Ellison next door, she shut her screen door harder than necessary. You don't talk about that. That was the first time I realized it wasn't just me. At the edge of town lived a man named Arthur Crane. He used to work the rail yard before it closed. He was known for sitting on a folding chair by the tracks at night, waiting. People called him senile, even grief-stricken. More so strange. His son had died in a derailment 30 years ago. But here's what no one mentioned. That derailment never happened in Ashgrove. It happened 2 states away on an entirely different line. I found him there one night at 3:10 a.m. You know, he didn't even look surprised to see me. He looked at me and said, I know you can hear it too. Not a question, but a statement. It doesn't stop here, he whispered. It just passes through. I brought a recorder the next night, an old cassette deck, fresh batteries. At 3:17 a.m., sound arrived again, clear, undeniable, like steel wheels on steel rail. The recorder picked up nothing, just dead air. Not even a vibration, no hum, and no rumble. But my bedroom glass trembled, and I saw the bridge lights glow again, reflecting on nothing. But there was no train. Following morning, Arthur Crane was gone. His chair remained right where he was sitting, and the thermos was still warm, but no Arthur, and no missing person report was ever filed. I started researching historical rail incidents, derailments, even unscheduled cargo, unregistered shipments, and I found something buried in a 1979 freight ledger. Train 417, declared non-operational. Destination, Ash Grove Spur. Cargo manifest, redacted. Time of scheduled arrival, oh my God, 3:17 a.m. Train never officially arrived. It was declared lost in transit. No wreckage was ever recovered. No survivors. And most of all, there was never an explanation. For 21 years, it passed through, never stopping, never slowing, and always at 3:17 a.m. Until the night it didn't. I was awake, waiting. The clock turned 3:17, and instead of passing, it halted right outside my window. The air pressure changed, like the world inhaled and held it. And I looked toward the bridge. This time, there was something there. A silhouette, black against darker black. A locomotive shape where no locomotive could exist. And then a door opened. A figure stepped down. Uniform, hat, face obscured in shadow. He walked toward my house. Not rushed, not hesitant, but certain. I couldn't move. I was totally froze in place. I couldn't breathe. And the knock came at exactly 3:19 a.m. Just 3 taps, evenly spaced. And when I opened the door, no one stood there. But something had changed. Air smelled like oil and iron. And on my porch was a ticket stamped Ash Grove, 3:17 a.m. The next night, I didn't hide. I didn't watch from my window. I actually went to the bridge, and at 3:16 a.m., the wind completely stopped. 3:17, the train emerged from nowhere. Steam pouring from an engine that wasn't fully there, like memory trying to solidify. The conductor stood beside the door, waiting for me. He didn't speak. He only extended his hand, and I understood something with terrifying clarity. Train doesn't come for towns. It comes for witnesses. And inside the cars were people. They were silent. They were all seated. All their faces was pale. Not dead, but yet not alive either. Passengers frozen between departure and arrival. And Arthur Crane sat near the window. He looked at me, and for the first time, he smiled. Every person aboard had one thing in common. They heard it, they waited for it, they acknowledged it. The train collects those who recognize it and carries them somewhere no timetable records. No, I didn't board. Not that night. I stepped back, and the conductor lowered his hand. And then the train started moving again, vanishing through the bridge that cannot hold weight. It passes less frequently now, sometimes months apart, but when it does, the clock still reads 3:17 a.m. If you ever awake to the sound of steel grinding against a rail that doesn't exist, do not look out the window. Don't acknowledge it, and damn sure don't wait for it, because once you do, it will know. And one night, it might just stop for you.